probably already know the deal, but Nissan could be going off sale. It's a very slim chance. I really doubt it happens, but I'm taking precautions, and I recommend you do the same, because this is what happened with me with General Motors. I sold all of mine, and then I was like gone for a couple of weeks, and I came back and the brand was gone. I didn't have any of my Yukons, Escalades, or Suburbans. So I'm gonna ask you guys to take some precaution here in this video. Do not take this seriously. Like, you can take this seriously, but if you just believe it's not gonna happen, then that is on you. Do not blame it on me. So first of all, we're gonna get into a couple cars that I think need to be given a little bit more attention on them getting removed if Nissan gets removed. Now, as we know, they could be giving some of their company away off to Honda, and that is something that could happen. And if that happens, I don't know if Nissan will go off sale in Greenville or if it will be completely refunded. Hopefully they're off sale, so we at least get to keep them in game, because these things are, I don't want to lose them. They're not the best, like, in most reliable cars in real life, but they definitely are nice just to drive around in game. So we're gonna go over a couple cars here on what I think you guys should buy. There's a bunch of different brands in this video, so sit back, relax, and wait till the end to see some cars that nobody's been buying yet. So of course I'm going to start out here with the Armada. This, do not mind my build. I thought this van was fast. This is not a van. This SUV was fast, so I just threw these rims on it. I thought it looked pretty good. This thing is actually pretty decently fast. Now, I won't be doing any lighting tests, so if you want to do that, you can do that in your own time. I'm trying to save time here. So this, I feel like this could also be pretty unused. The Nissan Altima Nismo. This thing, it's what I like to call the broke person's Hellcat. I threw some steelies on it because I feel like this is how you would see a Nismo in real life. Just some cheap mods spanked onto it. Next one is the 2020 Rogue. I feel like I'm going to see a lot of these if it does end up getting removed here. But there is a possibility that no one really buys it and they buy the newer model that is in game. Next is going to be the 2020 Nissan, I think this is a Sentra Nismo. I feel like no one's gonna have this. I've seen a couple people buy this, and my friend actually reminded me that this was gonna get removed. It does have some nice LED lights on the front here. It does look pretty nice. Has high beams and everything. Most of the cars on this list have that, but next one is the 2015 Nissan Leaf. Yes, mine's lifted in a little bit of a beater type build because I really don't care about this car. It's just gonna sit and rot in my garage forever because it's horrendous. Next one, this is off sale, but that doesn't matter. The Nissan Cube. I feel like this is going to be extremely unused, especially this trim right here, and I actually need to buy a couple more trims inside, but we'll buy those in a second while I'm doing this. So if Nissan does end up getting removed, there will be a couple other brands that will be going and being gone along with it that no one has really decided to take into consideration, and that would be Infiniti and that would be Mitsubishi, because those are both partners with Nissan and they would be gone. It's the same as Nissan would be gone, sadly. But so let's go ahead and start going over the rest of the Nissans. All right, so we got the Ute, EV Ute. This is not going to be used at all. I feel like more Utes are going to be used. This thing is pretty horrendous. The Nismo Cube. This thing is going to be extremely unused. It is just as slow as the other trims, but we got this. Okay, so next one is the Navara Beat Nismo, the Juke. This thing is probably one of the most atrocious creatures on this planet. I hope no one respects this car because it doesn't really deserve any respect. But this car is pretty fast. I'm about to go to a different area because my friend's in the private server too, and he's kind of driving a loud car. This thing is pretty fast, believe it or not. So I might end up making a video on this here in the future, so keep an eye out on that because this thing is extremely underrated. So next car is the 2012 Nissan Altima Coupe. Alright, the Nissan Altima Coupe. This one is also extremely unused. I don't see this at all. It's definitely not the best looking thing on the planet. But we also got the Nissan Quest. This thing is also very unused for some reasons because it is atrocious and it's extremely outdated. I do like the sunroofs though. El Grand. And we're gonna go through these. So I don't know the Infinities by name. You can tell me in the comments below what they are. But yeah, this thing is pretty horrendous. This thing's gonna be unused because of how ugly it is. This thing honestly is pretty cool. I don't know the name, of course, but I would recommend getting this because it is actually pretty decently fast. It was like a 160 or something. I know this is a QX model. I do love this car. I've had this for quite a bit. You actually saw it in my intro there. I love this car. I'm probably never gonna sell it. Next car, we have the El Grand Aspect. This thing is extremely outdated. I used to drive this all the time in sessions, but now I just don't. It has 3D headlights, which is actually pretty cool. This was added a long time ago, back when. Of course, there's the Takeover Edition, and then we got the regular version of the Takeover Edition, and then we got the El Grand Horizon. I guess the normal one, the G35 here. Now we're gonna go over to Mitsubishi. Now this is not even a brand in game apparently. You actually have to search it up physically. So first is the Outlander. I know this is the Eclipse Cross, and this is gonna be extremely unused because this thing is probably one of the worst looking cars that they've ever made. Let me look at this back, bro. This looks like a modernized Pontiac Aztec. We have the Mirage. This thing is also going to be unused. I've used this quite a bit in roleplays, and that's not a flex, bro. It's like totally the sexiest car in Greenville history. Next, we have the MR model of the Eclipse. No, this is not an Eclipse, bro. The Lancer. I feel like this is going to be unused. I don't even know if there's one that's not like a super expensive model of this, like the higher end. I don't think there's like a base version of the Lancer in game. But of course, get the GSR too because this thing is just an icon. This thing's awesome. I love this car. That's whenever Mitsubishi could actually make cars. And then we have the Galant, I think is how it's pronounced, or Galant. I think it's what. I don't know. You have to tell me. But this thing is pretty good. It does have a really nice startup. This trim, the rally art, it has a pretty good startup. For 14-ish thousand, I think. I could be wrong about literally everything I'm saying in this video. This one costed like 3K, so you could buy this as soon as you join the game for the first time. So if you're like a first timer and you're watching this video, go buy this and go snag this just in case you want to off sale. If this ends up happening, it's really low. It's a really low chance that it happens. Evo. I did not just call this an Eclipse. This is an Evo. This thing is awesome, bro. This thing is an OG car. I used to drive this. I used to have the WRX, the Mark IV Supra, and I used to have this because I was a basic little kid that liked JDM cars. I still respect this car. I'm just definitely not the biggest fan of it. Anyways, that is going to end off the video here with all these unused cars that I actually do recommend you buying because just in case this happens, I don't know. And let me know down in the comments below if Mitsubishi hasn't been in the dealership for that long and it's just been like that. You have to let me know down in the comments because I've personally never looked it up and I just find it weird that it's not even in the dealership. So yeah, if you guys like this type of videos and you want more Greenville content, let me know down in the comments below.